Right, so today we're going to talk about something that I rarely ever talk about. Let's talk about Marvel's Aliens comic, which is only on issue 2 at the moment. This is kind of what I want to do with the comic book content now. Tried doing the streams, they didn't really work. I want to go back into doing those kind of things, but when I'm actually caught up with everything, because I'm insanely behind with comics at the moment, mainly because of the whole move, and I had to put money towards that and everything, and priorities, people. But I'm getting settled in a new place, so I'm getting caught back up with my books, and I should be getting more into content like that as things go forward. So the videos now till then will be more like catching up kind of things. So Marvel's Aliens, which is a book that I usually would never get. If this wasn't a Marvel book and it wasn't, and if I didn't have the Marvel Comics app, I probably wouldn't have picked this up. But I'm so glad I did, because it's actually fantastic. It's actually amazing. It's one of those slow burn things, but you obviously knew it was going to be a slow burn because it's Aliens. And I'm gonna go into something here, and you can rage at me in the comments if you want. I've never actually watched Aliens. I haven't. I plan to, but I haven't. I don't watch horror movies like that, but this comic, these 2 issues make me really want to watch Aliens, or at least the first 2, the good ones. I want to watch the good ones, and then every other Aliens movie, I'll probably watch them. Probably, but not immediately. I'm not like, oh my god, I want to watch every Aliens movie in the franchise. I'm just like, I want to watch at least one, and I want to watch the good ones. But that's kind of what I have to say about this book. It's not really gotten into the story yet. We're at the end of issue 2, and we've only seen our first xenomorph. So it's definitely a slow burn. It's more about just this guy who works on this orbital station. He's seen the aliens before. He's seen the xenomorphs before, and this orbital station kind of works on trying to learn what these xenomorphs are. But he and his son are at a disagreement because his son believes that this corporation is essentially terrorists. They're essentially going against the basic rights of not only humanity but also these aliens that they're basically keeping prisoner. So he goes on this space station, starts shooting the place up, and then the alien, the xenomorph, is breached out. But the entirety of the second issue is just basically the hiding from the xenomorph, and then the xenomorph catches them at the end of the second issue. And the other thing, the covers in this book, outstanding, breathtaking. The artwork. I thought Salvador Larroca was not gonna do very well with this. I've seen some of his other work. It didn't seem like it was gonna fit with this. It fits really well, actually. It's really, really well put together. The way he actually draws the xenomorph at the end, fantastic. I cannot wait to read more of this, to be honest. But now that we've actually got the xenomorphs, now that we've seen the xenomorphs, I cannot wait to see more of the xenomorphs and to see Salvador Larroca actually draw an action sequence or draw like a horror sequence like with the xenomorph. Because the book's called Aliens. We watch Aliens to see the xenomorphs. We read Aliens to see the xenomorphs. We don't read Aliens or watch Aliens to see the human interaction or to see like the drama, to see like the family drama or any of that. Or at least I'm reading it to see the aliens. It's a good family dynamic. It's a good like human storyline, but the book's called Aliens. Show us the aliens, you know. And this book is different to any other Marvel book coming out, mainly because it's not canonically tied to any pre-existing Marvel thing, and I hope it stays that way. I hope they don't have like xenomorphs fighting Captain Marvel. I hope they don't have xenomorphs fighting Iron Man. I hope they don't have like an Aliens Avengers crossover. I hope they don't have like a Aliens Fantastic Four crossover either. I just want the book to stay itself and to do kind of what Star Wars is doing. The reason why Star Wars is doing so well and the reason why Marvel has done such great Star Wars work is because the books have stayed down the lane of Star Wars and don't tie in with anything else in the Marvel universe. And they put the teams on that work with the book, you know, and they're doing something that works in the lore of Star Wars, but also they've got enough space and enough room to kind of be interesting with it. And I think that Star Wars is some of the best Marvel work. Some of the best Marvel books at the moment are the Star Wars books, weirdly enough. But yeah, I think this could very well be like top tier. When I come to do my ranking of the books I read this year, I think this is going to be high up there. We just got to see how the book actually handles itself and how the book goes forward. Because right now, I love it. I love it so much, and I want it to keep going from strength to strength to strength. Just give us some of the action. Give us some of that like nail-biting tense stuff. Because we had it. We had it in issue 2. Issue 2 was definitely like, I actually felt like I was reading a horror book. That's how good issue 2 was. I felt into the book. I was into it. Which is something that I haven't said about Marvel in a while. I've enjoyed Marvel comics, but I haven't had a Marvel comic actually make me feel tense. Even when they were trying to make me feel tense, I've never had a Marvel comic make me feel like actively like I was a part of the scene in a long time. And maybe that's because I was reading it in guided view, maybe that was because, you know, it's aliens and because it was like something different. Maybe because it's not like a superheroic comic. Maybe because it's something like actively different from what I normally read. So it's got me in a way that a Spider-Man, an Iron Man, a Captain America book wouldn't get me. But anyways, Aliens is fantastic. Go out and read it. It's only on issue 2 if you haven't read it already. If you like the Aliens franchise and you want to get into like comic books, I think this is the best place to start. I think like a lot of people say, oh, how do I get into comics? It's so difficult. There's so much, like there's a mountain of stuff. Like start with stuff like this, stuff that's like not your regular superheroic stuff, because this is probably the easiest thing to get into, and then you can go into your Spider-Mans, your Iron Mans, and go into a mini series of that, or go into the current ongoing, because that's probably the best thing to do. Just go into the current ongoing. But yeah, this book is amazing. So go pick it up. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell. All the usual links are in the description below, and I have a Twitch as well. We just hit 200 followers. Thank you so much for that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.